general manager here for the 3-year run that brought in Embiid, Joel, Okafor, and a slew of draft choices.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Hoops Reference YouTube channel, where I upload every week, so make sure you subscribe below if you're a new viewer. Today, we're going to be making an early mock draft of the 2018 NBA Draft, which is filled with talent. Now, I realize that the draft order is made up by a lottery system, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to be making the order solely based on record. I'm also only going to be going through the top 10 picks in the draft for time-related purposes, so with that being said, let's get right into the video. With the first overall pick in the draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Deandre Ayton. The Hawks will have plenty of options with the number 1 spot, as this draft is incredibly top-heavy with talent, but the pick that makes the most sense for them is Deandre Ayton out of Arizona. Marvin Bagley and Luka Dencic will also get plenty of consideration at this spot, but the Hawks already have their power forward of the future in John Collins, which I discussed in my last video, and elite centers are a lot harder to come by in today's day and age. Ayton has all the physical tools an NBA team could possibly ask for and more. He's an athletic freak with range to the three-point line, and he's already dominating the competition in college. He's averaging 20.2 points, 11.3 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game, and is shooting a highly efficient 63% from the field. Pairing him with John Collins and Dennis Schroeder would give the Hawks a very promising core to build around for the future. With the second pick in the draft, the Orlando Magic select Luka Dencic. After starting the year 8-4 and looking like a surefire playoff team, the Magic have been crumbling ever since. Currently holding the second pick, Luka Dencic makes the most sense here because their guard play has been incredibly subpar for a few years now. Elfrid Payton has been given every shot in the world to secure his starting role, but he's simply not produced at the level that the Magic need from their starting point guard. As a combo guard, Doncic has excellent size to play either guard spot on the court. He's 6'8" according to Draft Express, which is very tall for a guard, and he weighs about 230 pounds as well, giving him the physical tools to hold his own against NBA competition. At only 18 years old, he's also been one of the best players for the first-place team in Spain, which is seen as the second-best league in the world, only behind the NBA, so it shouldn't take him very long to get situated into an NBA rotation. With the third pick in the draft, the Sacramento Kings select Marvin Bagley. There are 3 prospects that are head and shoulders better than the rest when healthy, and Bagley is the last one remaining among them. If Michael Porter Jr. was healthy and producing at the same level Ayton, Bagley, and Doncic have been producing at, he may have been the top pick here. But with his health being a question mark, it's too difficult to pass on Bagley. He's been a double-double machine all season long at Duke, and the game looks way too easy for him at times. He's a pick-and-roll threat to pair with De'Aaron Fox moving forward, and his craftiness and finishing around the basket makes him a go-to scorer down low and down the stretch. Plus, while he may not be consistent yet here, he does have range to the three-point line and should develop that shot more once he gets to the pros. With the fourth pick in the draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Trae Young. If you haven't heard about the Trae Young mania that's going on in college basketball right now, you might be living under a rock. The guard from Oklahoma is lighting up college basketball every night he steps on the court. He currently leads the entire country in both points and assists per game, and has drawn comparisons to Steph Curry because of his ability to score from literally anywhere on the court. Mike Conley is hurt, and there are rumors of him being shut down for the year, so with his health being a concern, adding Young would be a very good form of insurance at the point guard position. and being able to groom his game behind someone as professional and respected around the league as Conley is would help him adjust to the league tremendously. With the 5th pick in the draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Mo Bamba. Dirk Nowitzki is retiring after this season, and the Mavs are very unlikely to bring back Nerlens Noel in free agency, which means that they need to restock on big men. Mo Bamba is one of the most raw talents in the draft, but he has the ability to become one of the best rim protectors in the league after a few years of developing. At Texas, he's already the second best shot blocker in the entire country, averaging 4.4 blocks per game, and he knows how to use his 6'11" height and 7'9" wingspan to his advantage. Offensively is where he's going to need to develop more, as he's able to be pushed around a little bit due to his thin frame at times. But once he adds a few pounds of muscle, when he has a chance to be in the league for a few years, he'll be a problem for opposing defenses. Also, while he may not quite be efficient from deep yet, he is capable of making threes on occasion, albeit at only a 22% clip. With the 6th pick in the draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Michael Porter. The only, and I truly mean the only reason that Porter would slip this far is because of his injury. He underwent season-ending back surgery before he got a chance to play an actual regular season game for Missouri, but the 6'10" small forward has all-star potential if he can return to his pre-injury form. If he does choose to enter the draft, there is no way he would slip past Philadelphia at 6, who own the Lakers pick as long as it does not land in the 2 through 5 range. The biggest need for the Sixers at the moment is another shot creator on offense, as they tend to struggle in that department at times. Ben Simmons' lack of outside shooting limits his production. Joel Embiid can only do so much before tiring himself out carrying so much of the load, and Markelle Fultz is still working through jump shooting woes. Porter has an NBA-ready body with NBA-ready moves and will give the Sixers the wing scorer they so desperately desire. With the 7th pick in the draft, the Phoenix Suns select Collin Sexton. The biggest need for the Suns moving forward is at point guard, as they still need someone to pair with Devin Booker in the backcourt long term. Insert combo guard Collin Sexton, who's a pit bull on the court. He's not afraid of any matchup and will take it right at you no matter what. Sexton's most notable accomplishment so far has been when he went against Minnesota and dropped 40 points on them, despite having to play 3 versus 5 for a long stretch of the second half. Yes, you heard me correctly, he played 3 versus 5 against a ranked opponent and put up 40 points, and only lost the game by 5. If that doesn't demonstrate the kind of toughness and grit he can bring to a team, I don't know what would. With the 8th pick in the draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Jaren Jackson. The Cavaliers obtained the Brooklyn Nets pick in the trade that swapped Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie Irving, and with it, the Cavs should get some big man depth that they currently lack. Outside of Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson, there aren't really any other big men that get consistent minutes on the Cavs rotation. So Jaren Jackson should do well filling that void off the bench. He has great defensive instincts and protects the rim well, averaging 3.2 blocks per game at Michigan State. The Cavaliers are one of the worst defensive teams in the league, so they would be hoping that by adding some depth at the big man position, it would help them improve in that regard. He also has range to the three-point line, and he currently shoots 43% from 3 in college, which is another ideal trait for a player that shares the court with LeBron James. With the 9th pick in the draft, the Chicago Bulls select Mikal Bridges. Currently a junior playing for the number 1 team in the country at Villanova, Bridges has improved his game every year of his college career. He's 6'7" with a 7'1" wingspan, which he uses to lock down his matchup on a nightly basis. Defense is where he hangs his hat, but his offensive improvement year to year is what sticks out about him most. His freshman year, he only shot 29.9% from 3. His sophomore year, he shot 39.3% from 3, and now in his junior year, he is shooting a rock-solid 42.9% from 3. The Bulls are set at point guard, shooting guard, and power forward for the future, so adding a 3-and-D wing would help immensely in forming a complete, well-balanced lineup to build around. With the 10th pick in the draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges returned to Michigan State for his sophomore year, hoping to increase his draft stock, but he remains in the same range of late lottery that he was projected to be in last year. He has a powerfully built body ready for the league, but the question marks with him are around what position he would play at the next level. He's only 6'7", and he's not the quickest player at the forward spot, but he makes up for it in athleticism and motor. He attacks the basket confidently and finishes through contact well as moves off the ball well to put him into positions to succeed. His jump shot is inconsistent from 3, as he only shoots 33.7% from deep this year, but he has the mechanics and physical tools to improve upon those weaknesses once he gets to the league. And with that, that's all I have for you today. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel and leave a like on this video. I post new videos every week, so stay tuned for that, and follow me on Twitter @HoopsReference for updates and more. See you next week.